Hi everyone, welcome to Indie Tarot. Today we'll try to uncover what you don't see coming in your life. Before we begin, I just want to preface that this is a general reading, so take what resonates. So here we have our piles. We have pile number 1 with the rose quartz. Pile number 2 with the blue hearted shaped stone. I am not sure, of the name. Don't hesitate to put it in the comments, and I could pin it if someone knows what the stone is called. And we have pile number 3. It's a ring with the rock. I'm not sure if it is an actual crystal. Probably not, but it's I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's more of a orangey brown color. So yeah, take your time, pause the video if you'd like to have more time to choose your pile, and I'll start with pile number 1, and for the others the timestamps are in the comment section and in the description box, and I'll see you then. Yeah. Hi pile 1, so this is your reading for today, and we'll try to uncover, as I said, what you don't see coming next in your life. So let's see the cards that we have. We have the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Devil in reverse. So these are your tarot cards, and for the oracle cards we have Storm Angel, Collision of Beliefs, Styles, Attitudes, and Energies, number 35. And we have Winged Seer, You See Clearly, Clairvoyance, number 12. Now that we have your cards laid down, I'll go meditate for a second on the cards, and I'll come right back. So I'm seeing two things. First, I'm seeing that you have been wishing for some things or even manifesting some things, and the cards are telling me that they are coming true. You have been waiting, I think, for a moment now. You have been wishing for a moment for something to happen, or to achieve a certain goal, or you've been waiting for certain results, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, in reverse, that talks about waiting and not seeing the fruits of your labor. But with the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, things are moving in a different way. Things are now finally getting concrete. They're not in your head anymore. They're or more like the universe has been now working on your manifestation. If you have been manifesting or trying to manifest something, or even without consciously manifesting something, just like, with you thinking about it, or even putting action towards it, it's like now you've come to an end, not in your goal, but like in what you are able to do. What I mean by that is you have reached a certain point where you can't really do anything anymore. You just have to wait. And now the cards are telling you that wishes are gonna come true very soon. That's what you're not seeing actually. I think you might at times kind of perhaps lose hope. Um, I think it's due to maybe old ways of thinking, even generational patterns almost, especially with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. That tells me it talks about kind of generational patterns, as I said, being like um, um, being transmitted from like from your parents to yourself, or like the way you've been raised, perhaps something like that, or even just with yourself. Maybe you tend to see more of the negative side than the brighter side, and because you're not seeing the results, you're kind of like questioning whether this dream of yours or this goal of yours will actually come true or not. And with the devil in reverse, it talks about breaking free from old ways of thinking. So I see you overcoming those thoughts and beliefs. And as well as the Knight of Swords, it talks about how it's like taking action without thinking beforehand. But in this case, I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as a good thing that helps you actually move past those fears and those beliefs that can be that can retain you from taking action, or believing in what is coming. With the Nine of Cups, it talks about wishes being granted. This is a genie sitting there and like basically telling you like what are your wishes, so that he can grant them for you. And you can't see, and there's this rope that doesn't let you see your wishes yet. And again, that's what you're not seeing coming, your wishes coming true. Yeah, that's essentially it. What are the wishes? I don't have a clear idea since it's a general reading. It depends on you, but I think you already know it, especially since it feels like it's almost like a manifestation, talking about a manifestation. If you haven't been manifesting, then it's something that you have been wishing for and even maybe working towards. And yeah. Then even with the numerology of the oracle cards, here it's 35, which breaks down to 8. And here we have winged seer, which is the number 3. 12, and it breaks down to number 3. Number 3 talks about creation and also spiritual support, so you can think of it as the universe working its magic to make your wishes and goals come true, even with the Wheel of Fortune. And with the number 8, talks about balance and things falling into place as they should. So again, it supports kind of this idea of the things that you've been wishing for are gonna come true. So with the Storm Angel, it generally talks about when, for example, the intentions and the actions do not match, and how it is important to not always pay attention, I would say, to circumstances, especially when it comes to your manifestation here. I'll read you the message that comes to this with this card, so that you can get an idea, more more of an idea of the card. The Storm Angel speaks. There is nothing wrong at all with difference. Diversity is wonderful. Shadows and light are beautiful and necessary and can coexist in harmony. But certain kinds of difference do not blend, like oil and water. They separate and cannot coexist in harmony. Therefore, I bring change, and when change comes, for some it is simple, easy, and flowing. For others, dramatic, erratic, wild, and full of static. Like I said, I appear when two forms of energy collide, high and low. I then appear to burn away the old and create a clear, fresh vibration where all that is stale and fearful and unpleasant has been cleared away. The wonderful thing about this challenging collision, sorry, is that while you'll be nudged out of your comfort zone, you'll also realize just how much has changed and how far you have come. The results will be worth the pressure, trust me. When I appear, I know that it is natural for people to feel tension, to become even more entrenched in their beliefs, and to refuse to let go. The only approach you can take right now is to clearly and powerfully remain in integrity. Do not compromise who you are out of a misguided notion of being compassionate. You must speak the truth that is in your heart and stay committed to that truth. So I feel like maybe for some of you, you have been feeling, as the message said, a bit chaotic, whether that's in your mind or in or even perhaps, I don't know, with relatives not being supportive of your goals, or something similar to that. But with the devil in reverse, it shows to you that you are getting out of this chaotic energy if you have been going through that, and the energies are changing. Even with the Wheel of Fortune, the energies are changing, and things that you have this card also talks about things being revealed to you. So again, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's the same thing. There are things that are not revealed to you that will be. Maybe it is for some of you that the manifestation indeed is some sort of information, especially with the Knight of Swords coming in, some sort of information that was not revealed to you, and which will be in the future. So there will be transparency, basically. But also, for those who have been working towards a certain goal, for example, or waiting for results, your intentions and your physical reality will finally match. So don't lose hope, and don't go back to old ways. I mean, I don't see that for you, but I just feel like I need to tell you this. But yeah, just take this reading as a reassurance that things will come to you, and just stay strong in your, I don't know if you have if you've been doing affirmations, or just like stay strong in the belief that you will get what you want. And with also this card, I feel like not only will, and also with the tarot as well, not only will the things that you have been wishing for come, but also peace and harmony will come as well, and especially with the number 8 that we talked about, and with the death in reverse. And I mean, just the cards working together, they also say how you will come to a phase in your life that is uh, more peaceful and like finally harmonious. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it talks about the cycle of lives and the highs and the lows. And I feel like you've been going through some lows, but now you're coming to a point of uh, I don't know. I wouldn't say highs because then it feels like the complete opposite. I feel like it's a more uh, harmonious. You could consider it as a high. For me, a high is more like like excitement and new things coming in, and like it can also feel a bit chaotic, if that makes sense. These new energies that are coming in are much more peaceful, and like you can finally enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yeah. Now, with winged seer, you see clearly clairvoyance. It really tells you to trust your intuition and don't get caught up in your logical brain. Although it is important to stay logical, but also if your intuition uh, is clearly telling you something and you um, fear, um, you don't really trust yourself because you think it's not possible. Here it's telling you to really trust yourself um, and trust in your here clairvoyance abilities. It could be also like any spiritual abilities, really. But really trust your intuition on, especially on the wishes that you've been, I mean, the wishes that you've been wishing for. But yeah, I'll quickly read you the message that comes with this card. So the winged seer speaks. As so many people hide the truth, even from themselves, it can be hard to receive a visit from me because I will help you see when someone is camouflaging and half telling the truth, and you will also have insights that seem to come from supernatural sources. It is as if you have changed sight. You can see further, higher, and more deeply within. You will experience flashes of the future and sudden understandings of the past, and you will be able to foretell likely outcomes. I am the Eye of Ra, recreating your future, and the Adrinka, sorry, I don't for mispronouncing any names. The protective eye that watches over you while you sleep, and if you follow through on what you now clearly see, there will be illumination, victory, and wisdom. Trust, trust that sacred sight. Yeah. So really, you have to believe in yourself. Um, Stop doubting yourself. Stop letting other people's opinions and beliefs um, fog out your intuition, and really keep on affirming what you want, and really take the time to listen to yourself. And I think this reading is really more of a not a clarification, but more of a reassurance, I think, than really letting you know something that you didn't see. I mean, you don't see the thing coming because you don't really believe that it will actually happen. But your intuition deep down is telling you that it will. It's just because you perhaps never, you're not maybe used to manifesting or getting what you want. So, or maybe because time has passed and you're starting to doubt if it will actually happen. But really just trust yourself, and if you believe in the universe and the law of on the law of attraction, sorry, really believe in your spirit guides or whatever you believe in, because they're with you, And if you're not, if you don't believe in that, and you are more of a realistic person, uh, for lack of better term, really believe in yourself. Stay strong in your vision. Don't let really the circumstances outside of you um, make you doubtful of what you are sure inside that will happen. So yeah, I think that's it. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. That was a good reading, really. Um, Let me know in the comments how this resonated with you, and if it resonated with you, and also if if your wishes actually come true. Really, I would love to hear that. But yeah, uh, I hope you have a next rest of the day, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Hi everyone who chose pile number 2. So I hope you're having a great day first of all, and yeah, so let's uncover your cards really quickly. So for the tarot cards, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups in reverse, the Justice in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Cups. Okay. And for your oracle cards, we have Candy Cane Angel, It's Time for a Treat, and Strange Valentine, Love is Strange. Okay, so give me a second, I will meditate with the cards and I'll come right back. Okay, so with the tarot cards overall, I'm seeing that so maybe you've been having like some trouble with your creativity perhaps, or like there was with the Justice card, I see there was maybe a pause in your career, or like um even with the King of Cups, maybe a pause in your creative abilities. You had a lack of inspiration perhaps, and even with the Seven of Wands in reverse, maybe you have had some trouble with finding new ideas and stuff. But so the thing that you don't see coming is this new wave of creativity, but also maybe okay. So I think what you don't see is that there will be this new love that comes in, and that through this love you will get a spark in creativity and creative energy. And yeah, I mean, it is clearly here shown with Love is Strange, and also It's Time for a Treat. I feel like it's been a long time since you haven't maybe had like romance in your life. And what is also really cool about this love that is coming in is that it's very pure and innocent love, especially with the Page of Pentacles. And it's like this love that brings all possible opportunities and possibilities are infinite, basically. That's how at least it feels like. And also with the Pentacles, it's very grounded as well. So it's not this kind of love that is intense and passionate and destroying almost your life. It's very sweet. It's like candy cane, you know? It's very sweet and it's very grounded as well. And it is healthy. And also with the, so you will also like, it's almost inevitable. You will have this uh, new wave of creative energy that comes in. We have here the Three of Cups, and we have the Three of Pentacles. So really, um, really, I I mean, as I said, you will feel more creative, but also I feel like this new love will change the way you feel, and it will be uh, like other people will notice it as well, and it will change also your relationships with other people the, to like the better ways possible. Like maybe if you had a hard time with your parents, or even with your friends, or if you've been feeling like uh, a bit down lately, this will change really your mood, and which will in turn change your relationships that you have, like outside of romantic relationships, even the way you interact with strangers or co-workers. Or I feel like there are a lot of young people here, so with your like classmates and stuff like that. mm, yeah. And when it comes to numerology, so here we have the number 1, so 37, which breaks down to 10, which breaks down to 1, and this 27, which breaks down to 9. 9 talks about release and letting go, and like the end of a cycle or phase in your life, which really speaks to the fact that, you know, maybe those um, the hard times that you've had with your creative project, or with the relationships that you have in your life, or even in your mood, uh, will come to an end, to really um, to really start this new chapter in your life that is much more positive, and allows for a lot of creativity and love and happiness in your relationships. Um, and with the number 1, it talks about intuition and trusting your gut and listening to your heart. So again, matters of intuition and love, and I mean, yeah, it is just like saying again, or like uh, uh, justifying what has already been said about this love. And I think it also says how when this person or this time will come, you will feel it, and that's when you have to trust yourself that this is the right thing for you. Yeah. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it almost feels like, um, even though things didn't go the way you wanted before, at the end, oh, sorry, that's my laptop. At the end, things are going to work out the way you want it to. So, if you've been working on a creative project, and things have been going a bit hard this time, or like there was kind of a lack of new ideas, just know that things will work out at the end. Plus, you will have like a romance, which is amazing. Maybe not for all of you, but I don't know. But like it is pretty clear here, so I wouldn't doubt that. Also, speaking of relationships outside of romance, I feel like also with the King of Cups, I mean, I've already talked about it, but like I'm feeling it more strongly now. That you have maybe butt heads with family members or friends, and um, and it's it has impacted you, I guess, or even impacted your work. Um, but it is going to change. That's what you're not seeing as well. It is going to change, especially with this new love that is coming in. Um, I mean, for some, it could be love. For others, it could even be a friendship, like where both of you bring out the inner child in the other person. Um, and it feels very stable and long term. Doesn't feel like it's someone that will come and just go, or like who you won't talk to and after, you know 2 weeks or something. This feels more like uh, someone that will feel like a childhood friend or a childhood crush. And it almost feels like with this new person, or this new uh, creative burst, um, it will change also your five senses, almost like um, you like you will see the colors in a brighter sight. You will smell, like your sense of smell will be heightened, and you'll really be in the feels, I guess, and it will really like manifest through your five senses. um, and with the Three of Pentacles, it really tells me that um, it's like this change will really impact you for the better, and in the long term. It's something that will impact something that will impact something, like a domino effect almost. So that's very good. Now, with this candy cane angel, it's time for a treat. It really tells you that maybe you've been kind of in a lack uh, mentality, uh, and that you're coming in a more abundant uh, reality, if that makes sense. Especially with the pentacles that we see twice and the cups, it really tells you that it's time to have fun, and that good times are coming actually, and especially in the form of material things. Doesn't mean that it's like necessarily money, but it's more like pleasures, if that makes sense. Pleasures that come through the five senses. Let me read the message that come with this card really quickly. The candy cane angel speaks. You know what my problem is, and you know what your problem is. No? Well, let me tell you. Our problem is that we both feel guilty about giving ourselves pleasure. See this little treat in my hand? It's not bad, is it? It's not evil, is it? But can I bring myself to just sit down and taste every moment of its sugary sweet delights? No. I have to wonder if it's the right time. I have done enough to earn this treat. To wonder why I should get this when so many do not have a single candy cane for their own selves. I torment myself with these things, and so do you. How about we make a deal? Next time you ponder a gift to yourself, a massage, a treat, a spiritual workshop, a delicious meal, time to laugh with a friend, a long rest or nap, meditation time, a space clear. You know that when you energetically tell yourself, I am too busy for that indulgence, you are really saying, I do not deserve that. Well, let's decide that you do. I am about to have my treat. I now charge you with the same quest. Give yourself that which you have been denying yourself. You do deserve it. So, really, I feel like you've been maybe restricting yourself from having fun, and maybe even have been a bit hard on yourself, and that's why it's showing through your relationships with other people. Because if you're really being hard on yourself and judgmental on yourself, then that's how you see other people, right? That's how you behave with other people. Um, so it's really telling you to be kind with yourself, and that really you deserve to, take rest and like enjoy life, you know. And not only is it saying that you should really like take a step back, but also it is saying that fun times are coming as well. Just maybe it's time to focus now on fun and less on work, and um, like enjoy what you've been working on. And also, if you haven't been working on something, just enjoy life in general. Don't set yourself back because you feel like um, maybe you haven't worked hard enough for something. Whether you have worked or not, you just deserve to enjoy yourself. Period. So yeah. Now, with the second card, Strange Valentine, it really talks about, strange love. Love is strange. It's either this romance or this friendship that comes in either an unexpected way, or through someone who you wouldn't have thought you would fall in love with or be friends with. So again, I will read the message for this card. They speak. You have an enormous amount of cosmic help at the moment, and it's all focusing on the area of your love life. You will soon receive very good news regarding your relationship. You will also do a lot of work on healing old wounds from past relationships, especially past long-term serious relationships. Now, some of this news may not seem so great at the time, but please give yourself a chance to absorb the lessons, because you are moving into a beautiful new phase of your romantic life where you will be free to create a wonderful new love life for yourself, coming very soon. So, yeah. Again, not only are you going to have this new love, but you should also focus, or you will also heal those relationships that we've talked about that are a bit having a hard time. And even not only with the other people, but also with yourself, your relationship with yourself, because ultimately um, when you heal your relationship with yourself, only then you can, like, automatically other the way you interact with others will be much better. And not only does it talk about um, new unexpected love, but it also talks about a surge in emotional energy. And yeah, so not only new beginnings in love, but also this new creativity, new ideas that come in. So that's really what you don't expect coming in your love life. Or, sorry, what you do not see coming in your life. Which here, I mean, it is pretty evident that it is mainly about your love life and also your creative life. Depends on each one of you. But yeah, I think that's it for you today. I really hope you liked the reading, because I liked it. It's very good news, which is always good to hear. I'd love to know how this resonates, and if it resonated, and also resonated to you. And also, if sometime after you've watched this reading, you see things that I've told you happen, I would love to know about it as well. So don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. Also, don't hesitate to tell me if you have any suggestions for any other new videos that you would like me to do. And yeah, other than that, I wish you a good rest of the day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, everyone who chose pile number 3. I hope you're having a great day. Let's uncover your cards really quickly. So we have the 8 of Swords. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. The 2 of Swords in reverse. The World in reverse. The Tower in reverse. The Strength in reverse. And for you, I felt drawn to pick a 7th card. So here it is, the Page of Swords. I'll put it here. And for your oracle cards, we have I Am Kelly. From death comes rebirth. And Grumpy Red Fairy, be your true self. So give me a second. I will meditate on the cards and I'll come right back. So first of all, what I'm seeing really clearly is that you're really in your head these days, like maybe for quite a moment. You're really in your head and you're letting your emotions and thoughts consume you, and they're not necessarily helpful. And especially with for example, with the Strength in reverse, you feel powerless when in fact you actually do have power, but you are with the 8 of Swords, you're letting your thoughts tell you otherwise. And it's almost like this feeling of this, almost like you are catastrophizing everything. I mean, your thoughts are, and they are making you think that things are worse than they actually are in real life. And with the 2 of Swords in reverse, it's really telling me that you've been feeling very stressed and anxious lately, and you've been needing almost to escape those feelings, whether that's through your mind or through other distractions. But ultimately, those distractions, the way you escape, is not really helping, and it's almost making those rushing thoughts even worse, and those emotions, those strong emotion, even worse than they were before. So this escapism is not even actually helping. And with the 7 of Swords in reverse, it's really telling you to there's a need for change, and need of changing the current ways, because clearly it is not helping you at all. But at least the best part is that you actually do have control. You are just blinded by those thoughts, which is I totally understand. It's really hard to see things in a more maybe neutral way or calmer way, when our thoughts are making us believe that everything is going to the worst and that you are helpless or hopeless. But don't let your thoughts make you believe that, because it is not true. With the 8 of Swords, it's really asking you to take those blindfolds because you clearly can, and see see your surroundings and how what you thought was happening is actually not. Um, and with the world in reverse, it almost feels like whatever you do, it doesn't help. It doesn't feel like you're taking a step forward. It's almost like it's it's sorry. It's hard for me to try to explain how you're feeling, but I know you. I think you know, or you can understand what I'm saying. But basically, with the world in reverse, it feels like anything that you do is um, not helping you go to get better, or like anything that you do is not working. But really, it's asking. This card is asking you to really stop and take a deep breath and just um, try to observe your thoughts and how uh, they might be distorting the way you view your reality. And what you don't see coming, well, basically, what you don't see coming is more of what you are not actually seeing. What I mean by that is, because you have those blindfolds, like it's twice, it's here and it's here. You are really um, uh, almost closed off because of those thoughts, and it's like you're not able to see um, what the world is actually like, or how the situation that it is that you're in is not as bad as you think it is. And I'm not saying that to invalidate your feelings, not at all. I'm trying to I'm telling you what you are not seeing, so that at least you can take initiative and take uh, take back your power, basically, and flip things over and um, take control of your life again. And especially with the Page of Swords, it it really shows that what you don't see coming also is you overcoming those struggles. And especially because this card was not supposed to get to be here, because I was doing a spread of 6 cards, but I really felt drawn to taking one card. And so for me, it really speaks to you, and like, if it really speaks to this hope that is still here. It is clearly here. Really, don't lose hope at all. Don't think that you are helpless or hopeless. If you can, try to ask for help around you and get support. That is always good. It's if you can, of course. But really, um, you have to know that you do have the power to change things. And instead of letting those swords um, disturb your distort your view, take the sword and use it to take back your power. Don't let the swords, aka your thoughts, control you, and take back control of your thoughts. And you will see how the fog is clearing up, and how you will see things in a more clear way. And also with the Tower in reverse, it's really asking you to reevaluate your situation right now, and um, and it tells me that you are indeed suffering in silence. It's not something that you are letting others know, which is making it even harder on yourself. And but really reevaluate the situation that you're in. Try to ask yourself what is actually real and from what is actually just in my mind or your mind, what to say. And really to stand up with for yourself as well, with strength in reverse. Really take back your power and make that change for yourself. With the numerology, we have here the number 4, 13, which breaks down to 4, and the number of 8. 4 really tells you how you are being protected by your, if you believe, if you are spiritual, which I think you might be, but it's not always the case for everybody who watches tarot cards. But if you are spiritual, it's telling you that you are protected, and the universe and your spirit guides are watching over you, and they're protecting you. And if you are not spiritual, it really tells you how you are not in danger. I mean, I don't know the situation, but it is very probably that those things that you perceive as that make you feel very anxious are only in your head, and that if you try to take that blindfold out of your eyes, you will see that you are actually safe. And for the number 8, it really talks about balance and how everything will fall apart and not fall apart. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Fall into place. Okay, sorry. I mean, you feel like everything is falling apart, but things will fall into place and as it is meant to be, and really and it is in your power to see things as not falling out of place, but everything being balanced and as it should be. So that's really important for you to do, even though it is very hard. But once you take that one step, because it is the Page of Swords, it's not asking you to take it's not asking you to be the Knight of Swords, where you go and you rush and you just do 180, especially since in your case it is very hard to do so, because we are almost like our vision is fogged by those thoughts, which is, I don't want you to think that it's your fault, not at all. So just take one step at a time, and even if those thoughts still remain in the beginning, you just take one step, and one step will lead to another, and eventually you will find yourself in that space of clarity and feeling hopeful again. Now with the oracle card, I am Kali, from death comes rebirth. It's really telling me that you really do not have to worry, because right now this hard time, you're going through a hard time, but what you're not seeing is that after the hard time, you will come to a much better phase of your life, and this is only temporary. It's asking you also to overcome this overthinking and analytical self, and and really take back your power. So let me read her message really quickly to you. Kali speaks. I am the dancer who moves through the fire, who wields my sword and severes the cords of energy that entangle you, and who is not afraid of the death that needs to happen. Every act of destruction is an act of creation, and this is no act of pointless destruction and brutality. I am clearly all that is I am clearing all that is leeching off your energy, draining your strength, and abrading those relationships that cannot do anything but keep you stuck. Whether you realize it or not, you called on me. I have come to clear the path, to destroy that which you have longed to let go of. Something's time has come, and it will be born again. As nothing ever truly dies, it only changes, and that time has come. I am pure fire energy and the Great Mother, and as I dance, the death you face brings you to new life. So I really feel like, as she said, this hurt, hurts, this hurt and pain that you're going through, um, it is for a reason that you will only be able to see once you overcome this time. You will look back and you will be grateful, not because you have suffered, but because um, it has either taught you something or made you or gave you something that you needed, or even cut cords with either person or something that was not good for you. I also feel like you really need to connect with people and maybe go outside a little bit more, because I feel like you might be isolating yourself right now, and maybe like staying in bed and just binge watching and not really like moving at all or seeing other people. And I feel like, especially with this card, you really need to um, move a little bit, even if it's just like going to the kitchen, or like going to the living room a bit more, or just like taking a 5-minute walk outside. Like, it doesn't matter. Any type of movement, even like moving in your room, dancing or whatever, just some type of movement will really help you with overcoming this time. And also you, socializing again, whether that's um, with your friends or with your family, or even just like, I don't know, going to the grocery store and talking to like people who work there, like for a second. I mean, it could be anything, or even asking for help. Really, it is important that you have human contact, especially as humans. We are social creatures, as you may have heard it multiple times, or maybe you haven't heard that. But really, it's important to keep in touch with people, and even though you might not think it is, but it is a necessity, and you can see for yourself that it is not helping you to stay isolated, because it only makes you caught up with your thoughts even more. And really talk to someone if you can. If you cannot, at least move. That is better than doing nothing, really. But yeah, it is telling you that this hard time will pass, and what you're not seeing is this page of swords, and behind the page of swords, really this beautiful view and this love for life again, that you may not be experiencing right now, but that you definitely will. And you also have to kind of not just wait for things to happen on their own, but really acknowledge what you are doing right now that is contributing to this to you feeling this way, So yeah, as I said, isolation and not moving that really um only make things worse. So just um try to change that. And again, it only takes little steps. You don't have to go overboard with it to do it just once and then never do it again. It takes little steps that you are able to do in long term, especially since you're not feeling your best right now. It is not worth it to like overwork yourself. Now, with the Grumpy Red Fairy, be your true self. I feel like you might like we talked about overthinking with this card, and I feel like in here, you might overthink what people are thinking about you, especially in this time, and it's really asking you to, as it's written here, to be your true self, and don't try to look happy because other people are telling you to, or asking you to like smile more, or like just doing random comments like that. Don't feel bad for feeling bad. Really, um, it's okay. It's normal to go through this, and you shouldn't fake being feeling a certain way when you're feeling the opposite, because like you shouldn't invalidate your feelings, because if you do so, then you're invalidating your feelings, and you're not being true to yourself, and you're only trying to please other people. But here it's really asking you to be your true self, and um, don't listen to comments that maybe people in school or your parents or your friends are making about you. And it doesn't have to be mean. Maybe it probably comes from a good place, but they don't see how it might affect you. But really, this is asking you to try and just accept yourself, and instead of trying to do and be what people want you to be, so that you don't have to hear what they have to say or feel like you're disappointing them almost. Let me read the message for this card. The Grumpy Red Fairy speaks. I want to be me and be free without everyone giving me an opinion. I like being different. I won't be changing unless I want to. I don't need to change to fit in. I only need to be true to me. And the people who think I should be smiling and wearing a pretty dress, and that I should stop messing with my hair, they can't just deal with it. Some folks do gasp at tattoos, piercings, black clothes, but guess what? Some of the world's scariest looking people are the kindest and sweetest on the inside. You two are fiery, playful, defiant, and lots of fun. Be you, be rebellious even. Who's to say how you should look or behave? Conformists. That's who. Let's burst their boring bubble and go wild. So yeah, really, I feel like also something that might be contributing to you feeling down is that you're shutting yourself down because of the fear of what others might think, or because maybe others have made comments. And also the ring is really inspiring me. I mean, uh, it's not something that a lot of people would wear. I feel like it's a particular style. I don't know if you agree, but yeah, and really like emphasizes this fact that you might be shutting yourself now, and that's what may cause you to feel a bit depressed. You're shutting yourself down because you I mean, as we said earlier, you because of others' opinion, and you fear their judgment, and that's why you should take the power back, because at the end of the day, no matter what they say, they what are they gonna do about it? They At the end of the day, everyone is focused on themselves, and as much as you are thinking about what other people are thinking about you, other people are thinking about what others have are thinking about them. It's a bit complicated, a bit complicated phrase, but I hope you got what I mean. Like, everyone is focused on themselves, so um, they they won't, even if they say something, they won't really remember what they said, uh, like when they come back. They're not gonna reflect on what they said, what like what made them, I don't know, what they judged about you. They're not gonna go to bed and think about that. They like Everyone has their own problems, and everyone is focused on their own problems. So it's really asking you to not overthink that, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter that much, and all that matters is how you feel. Because look, you have chosen to um, repress yourself, but because you fear other people's judgment. But at the end of the day, it's not helping you at all, even though you perhaps did this so that you avoid um, problems or conflict or negative feelings of maybe embarrassment or being ashamed. But at the end of the day, it's making you feel even worse than it would have made you that if it would have that you would have felt if you had been true to yourself and owned who you are. So um yeah, it's really time to own who you are, and that's what you are not seeing coming as well, and that you perhaps should work on from right now. After you're watching this video, if it resonated with you, that you should really ask yourself, how have you been repressing who you truly are? And it doesn't only have to be with appearance, of course. It can be with anything, with your identity, sexuality, your beliefs, really anything. Like, the possibilities are endless. But really own yourself, and even when you own yourself, people will respect you for it more than they will judge you for it. They might, make comments in the beginning, but at the end, they will forget about it, and they won't really, um, they won't really do anything, you know. Um, and also, don't hesitate to, if you have people who can give you great advice or can help you with that, don't hesitate to talk to them and ask them for help, because they will, and it will really help you with your journey to accepting who you are and owning to the world who you truly are. And that's what you're not seeing coming, and it really is beautiful, especially since you've been feeling really down lately, and I can really feel the energy is very heavy and weighing you down, and I can't imagine how much pain it must have caused you. But really, don't lose hope, and keep in mind what I told you. And also, I'm sorry if the mic has been rubbing against my t-shirt. Hope it hasn't been too distracting. But yeah, really own who you are, and take back the power. That's really um, the main theme of this reading, is to take back your power, take off those blindfolds that you have uh, put on yourself, and don't let other people's judgment scare you off, or blind you and make you think that like and make you go back to those distortive and almost chaotic and catastrophizing thoughts, you know. Everything is fine. Everything is okay, and things will be much better soon. And you just have to really take back your power and get a hold of your thoughts and see that those thoughts are only a reflection of what you fear and what you fear other people will think, and they're not real. So yeah, I really hope that helped you. I really wish you good luck, and as I say, everything will be okay, and it will be much better in the future, and you will come out much stronger than you were, and you will see how this phase of your life will transform you in the future to the better. I really see that for you, actually. You will come out much more stronger, and not just like after this phase, but like for the rest of your life. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. I really hope that this helped, and don't hesitate to tell me how it resonated with you and if it resonated with you. And if you have any other suggestions for next videos, I will gladly take them into consideration. And also, if you've come out of this phase and you remember this reading, also that would be awesome to hear from you again, and to hear your story. And yeah, other than that, I wish you a good rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.